welcome to a new video from us. Before we start work today, I wanted to wish you all a very happy new year. All the best, lots of health, love, light and everything you wish for in this year. I hope we're all gonna have a belter of a year and get lots of stuff done. But now we're going back to work. Today we're gonna finish all the tricky bits in the upstairs with the plasterboard, and we're gonna build a knee wall. I hope I translated that right, but you see yourself. Enjoy the video. Today we are building a knee wall up in the attic. I've got a new helmet for my birthday. It says Lehrling, which is German for trainee. So here my dad is trying to explain his trainee how to build a knee wall. First starting with the question how I would build it, and of course I had no clue. I was trying out a few different suggestions, but he didn't seem too happy about it. Here we're measuring how high it should be. We decided to make it 80 centimeters high, measuring it, and then we start doing it. Now we've got all these slabs cut to the right length, hopefully. And now we're building the frame. I had to Google the translation of this knee wall. I hope I figured out the right word for it. There's different suggestions. So if you don't know what I mean with knee wall, then just let me know in the comments how it's actually called in English. So maybe you can help me out here. That would be really nice, because I don't know I don't even know the German terms for all these things, so far less the English ones. So if you can help, I appreciate it a lot. Now I'm supposed to measure where the slabs go. Unfortunately, I'm not the best in measuring, so I done a little mistake right at the beginning, which led to my dad had to fix it the next day when he figured out that this was all wrong what I measured here. Yeah, this is how it goes when you work with apprentices or trainees who don't have a clue. Unfortunately, you have to do some things. More than once. This wasn't the only mistake I made that day, but I'll show you the next one in a bit. So the frame for the knee wall is finished. Now we are actually talking about how to Photoshop it, that it looks like we're already finished, because my mum, the construction inspector, she didn't have time to come along, but we obviously wanted to show her, but we weren't finished yet. So yeah, we were talking about how to Photoshop it. My dad's a photographer and graphic designer, so that is definitely easier for him than building. And maybe you've seen it last week. This is not his first rodeo, I would say, because he renovated their old farmstead all, or pretty much all, on his own. Unfortunately, he's got some experience.
And then we need to move on to other unfinished little bits, like the ceiling and this little bit there where we restored the gable. This is a bit tricky and it took some time because you need to put the slabs there first and then put the plasterboard there. And of course my dad had to fix some of my stickering mistakes because, yeah, at some points it wasn't really tight enough and yeah, he had to fix it. And here's the next mistake I made. I was putting the foil on at the windows, but I didn't really squeeze it into the corners. So yeah, when my dad tried to fix the plasterboards on it, he had to redo it because they wouldn't fit. I should have pushed it really in the corner so you can just put the plasterboard there. Some of you guys asked what's the difference between the yellow and the green tape there. The yellow one we use to stick foil onto foil, and the green stuff is to stick foil onto beams. I was so proud in preparing everything for him. Yeah, but he had to redo it. So, sorry, Dad. But before he seen this, he had to deal with this little corner there, which was really tricky because you couldn't really reach it with a screwdriver. Everything was really small and tight there. And as you can see, my dad is thinking, how do I do that best? It was really tricky stuff. Okie dokie, the room is closed, ceiling is done, and now it's time to figure out what the heck I done at the windows. Yeah, he needs to take it all apart again and redo the foil, because as I said, the plasterboards wouldn't fit right onto the window frame. Yeah, that's how it goes if you work with trainees. It's also a really tricky bit. So we actually only show you tricky bits in this video. The knee wall and a lot of tricky bits. Maybe that's the title of the video. I don't know yet. Uh-oh, here's a bit coming up where my dad totally lost control. He sometimes gets so angry when things don't work out the way he thought they would or should. He's got that little multi-tool here and totally lost it, thrown it on the ground. But I mean, this multi-tool was actually quite a cheap one, but surprisingly it lasted us the whole renovation. And it still works, I think. We had to replace some parts from the saw and everything, but the machine itself still works. So it's not always that you have to buy very expensive tools. Sometimes cheap tools are good as well. Right, the window is done. Now only this little bit at the gable is missing, and then a friend of ours will come and plaster everything, because you need to put spatula on these, where the plaster boards connect to each other, and you also need to put spatula where the screws are in, so you get an even surface. My dad doesn't like that type of job. I don't know how to do it, and I'm not really good at it. So a friend offered to help us here. So we're nearly finished preparing it for him, and then we show you the results next week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then we would really appreciate it if you could leave us a thumbs up. If you haven't done that yet, then we kindly ask for your support by subscribing to the channel and maybe also activating the little bell so you can get notifications about new videos. And I hope you all had a great start to the new year. Wish you all the best, and see you next week in a new video, hopefully. Bye bye, guys.